I was born into a family where everything was already decided. The school, the company, the life. I didn't build anything, I inherited everything. And I wore it, because that's what you do.
I have never known poverty, not the kind that empties your stomach or keeps you awake at night. My life was built on solid ground, nothing missing. I inherited a world where things worked, where doors opened, where problems had solutions, where enough was never a question. By 40, I had more than most men dream of, and I stood at my window every night looking at a city full of light and felt completely dark inside. I don't know why I left the highway that evening. Maybe I was tired of arriving at places that never felt like home. So I just kept driving.
Doors open. Always has been.
I don't even know why I stopped.
That's how the honest ones come. Sit down, my son.
My husband, Emmanuel, God rest that man. He had a laugh that didn't belong to a poor man. It was too big, too free. Like he hadn't gotten the news yet about his own situation. I remember one evening. The children were young. We had nothing in the pot, nothing. Not even salt to pretend with. I was sitting right here, ashamed. Ashamed that I had married this man and we had come to this. He walked in from looking for work all day, nothing again, and he saw my face. You know what he did?
He pulled a mango from behind his back. One mango, bruised on one side. He found it on the road, and he held it up like it was a whole feast. He said,
"Rose, tonight we dine." And he bowed. This big foolish man bowing in our small kitchen. And the children started laughing. And then I started laughing. And we shared that one mango between 6 people. And somehow I still don't understand it. Somehow we went to bed full. Not the belly. Here, full here. My children, 4 of them. 3 boys and my Ada. They never had what they needed. But they didn't know that. Because I made sure they always had what they deserved, which is joy. Their shoes. Lord. I used to stuff the front of their shoes with cloth when the toes started wearing out. My eldest Chakudi, big proud boy, he walked 2 miles to school every day in shoes that were 2 sizes too small. Never complained. Not once. But every Friday evening, you hear music from this house? That was them. We had a neighbor with an old radio. We would leave the window open and they would dance in this small room. Chukudi, who could barely feel his toes in those shoes. That boy could dance like he was born on a stage. I used to think, God, why have you given them so little? Now I think, God, what were you putting in them instead? The night the roof fell in, that was the 3rd year after Emmanuel died. Rain season. I had been patching that roof with my own hands for months. The children woke up screaming, water everywhere. I stood there in the middle of it, soaked, cold, and I thought, this is it. This is the thing that breaks me. This is the night I stop. And then Ada, she was maybe 8 years old. She looked up through the hole in the roof and she said, Mama, Mama, look at all the stars, just like that. Not crying anymore, just looking up with those big, quiet eyes. And I looked up too. And the sky was full, the kind of full you don't see when you have a roof over you. I sat down right there in the wet, and I pulled all 4 of them to me. And I said, this is still our home, you hear me? These walls are still standing, and so are we. We slept on the dry side that night, all 5 of us piled together like animals and warm as anything. And I am not ashamed to tell you, that night, with the broken roof and the wet floor and my 4 children sleeping on top of me, that was one of the most peaceful nights of my life. Because I knew right then that we were not the kind of people that a broken roof could finish. Emmanuel used to say, poverty is only a condition, Rose, not a character.
The character is what you do inside the condition. He was a man with empty pockets and a philosophy. Most days that annoyed me greatly. Most days.
You've lost so much.
I've held so much.
Can I come back?
The door, young man. Always has been.
She had mud on her floor and gold in her chest. I had marble in my foyer and nothing behind my eyes. I went back every week after that, not for advice, not for wisdom, just to sit in a room where someone had survived everything and still called it home.